Shivam, can you please tell me about yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Uh, Good evening, ma'am. First of all,
Good
thank you for
evening.
giving me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Myself, Shivam Sharma. I am from
Okay.
Hapur. I am from Hapur, Uttar Pradesh, and
Hmm.
I did my higher education from my hometown Hapur. And after that, through UPTU examination, I got a free seat in HR Institute of Technology, Morta Gajapal, from where I completed my graduation, Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science. And
Hmm.
I have keen interest in web application security. And I would say, ma'am, like I have completed 3 months internship in VIH Group as a web application security intern, and I also done 6 months diploma from Craw Security. Uh, I take I take pride in my security research, having earned acknowledgements and Hall of Fames from such big organizations like NASA, LG, BBC News, Dutch government, and Indian government, and so many more. And
Okay.
I got some bounties also. And furthermore, I have authored two CVs, CV 20234159
Hmm.
and CV 20234159 uh, to showcasing my commitment to identifying vulnerabilities in the digital sphere. And my hobbies are to play CTF's challenges, to increase my problem solving skills and knowledge. And
Hmm.
I am also a cybersecurity, I am also a reader of cybersecurity blogs and HackerOne reports, and
Okay.
many big hacks in past years. Uh,
Okay.
that's all about me. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity.
Okay. Okay. तो मैंने आपके रिज्यूमे में आपने मुझे बताया कि हॉल ऑफ फेम एंड काफी सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से आपको ये बाउंटीज भी मिली हैं।
Yes,
तो
ma'am.
आपकी कोई ऐसी क्या कहते हैं वेब पेनिट्रेशन टेस्टिंग के अंदर कोई ऐसी वल्नरेबिलिटी है जो आपको बहुत अच्छे से मतलब उसको करने में मजा आता हो?
Yeah, ma'am. Business logic vulnerabilities.
बिजनेस
Like
लॉजिक वर्नेबिलिटी।
yeah, like play
हम्म।
for play on like there is a web application in which the
हम्म।
functionalities invite users, and
ओके।
there is three roles: admin, read write, and read only. So
हम्म।
on that case, I am very interesting to find some vulnerability. Recently, I have found that read only privilege escalation users delete the admin account and take over the
ओके।
project.
ओके गुड। तो मैं यहाँ पे देख रही हूँ आपने काफी सारे एक्सेसेस वर्नेबिलिटीज भी फाइंड किए हैं, तो मुझे बताइए एक्सेसेस होता क्या है आपका?
Okay, ma'am. Cross-site scripting,
हम्म।
in which an attacker inject malicious XSS script,
हम्म।
where web application is not validate the user input, or not sanitizing, or not using XSS protection header. For that
ओके।
case, the web application is vulnerable from XSS.
ओके। सो कैन बी bypass the header, XSS protection header, or not?
Access, yes, ma'am. We are through the CSP. There is many script to bypass the XSS protection header through CSP.
हम्म।
Like there are
ओके।
many payloads of CSP.
ओके। if you are any organization, okay, so you have to find some vulnerability, so how can you start? Tell me
Okay,
the
ma'am.
methodology.
It's a wild card scope, or a single target.
A single target or wildcard, you can say anything. A single
Okay,
target, okay.
okay, single
A
target.
single target. Hmm.
Okay, ma'am. First of all, I analyze that what technologies are used by the web application through the webalizer
Hmm.
extension. If
Hmm.
the web application is used jQuery, vulnerable jQuery, so we check for that the XSS. Or
Hmm.
there are two types of website, like static and dynamic. Static is
Hmm.
there is a simple blog page, and in dynamic there are many functionalities like login, sign up, or many more. So for a static, we found that CRLF injection to inject the carriage return line feed characters and in the request, and analyze that the CRLF injection is done or not. Or in dynamic, we check for sign up and login functionality vulnerabilities, like invalidate session after changing the password, or like 2FA is disable by the forward password reset, and like pre authentication account takeover. Like recently I found there is a web application in which when I
Okay.
sign up, this is not verifying the email. So through I check for the their support email and register with their support email. So I got the
Okay.
admin access. So
Okay.
this is the vulnerability in which I got
Can you tell me
five.
about that vulnerability? Is it CSRF?
No, ma'am, it's not CSR.
Okay.
And
Done.
CSR, if like
Um,
when a victim, first condition is when a victim is logging into their browser. First condition is that, and second,
hmm.
there are many preconditions, or like there is a action and a session cookie based session, and there is no there is no CSRF token parameter. So we
Okay.
can find the CSRF.
इन सम केसेस हमारे पास सीएसआरएफ टोकन्स भी होते हैं एंड कीज भी
Yeah.
होते हैं और वो बाइंड भी होते हैं तब हम कैसे करेंगे?
Okay, ma'am. There are many ways. Like you can remove the CSRF token
हम्म.
permanently, or you can use your CSRF token into the victim's account. Like token is not validate the session identity, or you can use null value in the CSRF token. That's all.
Okay. So tell me the difference between source and sink in XSS.
Source and sink.
हम्म.
Like ma'am, sink is used in DOM-based XSS vulnerability.
हम्म.
When an attacker injects a malicious script to manipulate the client side uh, browser environment. So
Okay.
like there is a username parameter in URL. The web application use the document.write method to simply show that username into the web page. So it is vulnerable for DOM access. And
Okay.
source,
हम्म. Okay.
um, uh,
Source.
yes, ma'am. I think source is server side access injection, stored
हम्म.
access. I think like
ओके.
whenever
सो हमें एक्सएसएस से जैसे मुझे आरसीई लेना है तो क्या मेथड होगा?
access to RC.
कैन आई टेक आरसीई विद द हेल्प ऑफ एक्सएसएस? मिल सकता है मुझे आरसीई?
Ma'am, I don't read any any case of that. Like you find accesses with
ओके. तो
you find
एक्सएसएस से मुझे क्या क्या मिल सकता है?
like you can take over the account
हम्म.
by accesses,
हम्म.
or
बस.
I
ओके.
know.
ओके. एसक्यूएल, टेल मी अबाउट एसक्यूएल, सेकंड ऑर्डर एसक्यूएल इंजेक्शन.
In order to explain.
ओके. नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. एंड आपने यहाँ पे
I
डिफाइन
don't.
किया हुआ है सीआरएलएफ इंजेक्शन.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके. हम्म. ओके. तो
I
आप
don't.
मुझे कोई बात नहीं, आपने यहाँ पे प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज के अंदर जावा स्क्रिप्ट लिखा हुआ है,
Yes, ma'am.
राइट?
Ma'am, like
पाइथन, बैश.
I have not like writing the code, but analyzing
हम्म.
the JS code in to find the vulnerabilities.
ओके. ओके.
If in Python, like I have intermediate skills in Python, I have create my own tools to find the
ओके.
bugs in VDP programs or bug
ओके.
routing.
सो आप वल्नरेबिलिटी निकालने के लिए ऑटोमेटेड टूल का यूज करते हैं, मैनुअली यूज करते हो?
I'm automated and manual both.
मैनुअल
Like
बोथ. ओके.
yes, ma'am. Like I have created my own bash script tool to find unauthenticated cache purge vulnerability. Recently, I found in a state of California VDP program
ओके.
in which I got all of it.
एसएसआरएफ टू आरसीई एस्केलेशन कैसे होगा?
Like an attacker inject a payload
हम्म.
like to see the local host server to send the HTTP 127.0.0.1, or if the web application is used like AWS service, so he can inject the AWS metadata security credentials.
Hmm.
And if he found the security credentials, he can easily log into the AWS server. So it can escalate to the RC.
Hmm. So tell me about weak registration implementation.
Okay, ma'am,
Weak registry or weak registration?
weak registration, yeah. Ma'am,
Okay.
like whenever we sign up on our website, and
Hmm.
the verification URL is using
Hmm.
HTTP protocol, then it is weak registration implementation.
ओके देन ओएसआई मॉडल के बारे में मुझे बताइए
Okay, ma'am.
और
OSI
उसके
model.
एंड उसके अटैक्स कि कौन से लेवल पे कौन कौन से अटैक्स होते हैं
Okay, ma'am. Like OSI model, like it is used to like how the web, how the web application is works.
हम्म
First is application layer, in which uh, there is a user interface between the client and the application to input any anything, and after that application layer. I'm like, can I take my notes to like?
नोट्स या ओके but it's an interview session how can I give you the permission of notes so it's okay move further for this
Okay.
uh, SQL injection are you using automated tool or manually you find SQL manually or automated tool with the help of automated tool which tool you used for SQL
Okay, ma'am. Recently, I found a time-based SQL injection on NASA organization,
hmm.
in which I use the bubsuit tool and capture the request and manually inject the payload. And
Okay.
also, and after that, I copy that request into a text file, and after that, find the database to use SQL map hyphen R, and then request.txt. After that, hyphen hyphen batch and hyphen hyphen DBS, and hyphen hyphen technique is used to teach.
Can we take RC?
Yes, ma'am. There are many payloads to by that payloads, an attacker inject that query into the request in a parameter which is vulnerable from SSTI, and then you give the RC, you inject the ID, so you get the response of ID commands and the response.
Okay. And HTTP रिक्वेस्ट स्मगलिंग
Yes, ma'am.
इसमें जो आपका HTTP रिक्वेस्ट स्मगलिंग इसमें जो आपका TL एंड CL होता है इसके बारे में मुझे बताइए
Okay, ma'am.
व्हाट इज
CL
द
is content.
प्रोसेस
Okay.
हम्म
HTTP request smuggling, CL is content length, and the transfer encoding is T stands for transfer encoding. Like whenever a web application is when a web application is vulnerable, and we inject both content length and transfer encoding. So backend server is evaluate the transfer encoding headers, not the content length. So you can make a payload, and which in one request you can send two requests and send to the browser. So first it gives a first request response, and after that it gives second request response. So you can first request is normal, and then attacker sends a second request sensitive for sensitive information, because the server side don't know he thought that one request is coming, so it doesn't very.
Tell me about you have also mentioned here JavaScript. Okay, so tell me about your object oriented and oriented base in JavaScript.
I don't know about.
Okay. हम्म तो वर्डप्रेस की एक वेबसाइट आप उसको किस किस तरीके से एनिमेट कर सकते हो आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं है WP स्कैन नहीं है कुछ भी ऑटोमेटेड टूल नहीं है मैनुअली
Okay, ma'am. There is many CVs on WordPress. So
हम्म
first you identify the WordPress version, which WordPress version is uh, used by the that website, and you can also in some time Webalizer, it gives you the which plugins are used by the WordPress website. So there is many attack, if the cron.php is enable on that WordPress website, so you can perform the DOS attack. And
Okay.
there is one more path is wp admin / and there is a script, JS script, on which the WordPress website is also vulnerable from DOS attack. And you can find like xmlrpc.php is enabled. So you can brute force the username and password and find the SSRF attack. Like I got the Dutch government swag, a
Hmm.
t-shirt for the xmlrpc.php SSRF.
Okay. So, can you find the API manually on browser?
Manually, yes ma'am. Like you analyze the source code and analyze
Hmm.
the JS file by using bubsuit, or like you can press the control U on the browser, so you
Hmm.
can see the source code over there. So you can manually check the each JS script file, or manually analyze the all the source code of that web application.
Okay.
Like in on LG, I found a AWS private key, and a secret. Like it
That
is
is.
also over there. He like LG has doesn't patch.
Hmm. Okay. So, I think that's it for today. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.